Hail adventurers, this is Looking for Party episode 2. I'm your host, Halistra. Okay, so the new expansion for Final Fantasy XIV, Heavensward, just came out. My excitement for this release has been kind of mixed. While my account has been active pretty much since A Realm Reborn came out, I haven't been playing the game as of late. A few months ago I decided to try and get ready for the expansion before taking a break from the game. I failed miserably. While I have most of the jobs at the previous cap of level 50, I really only played 3 jobs, Dragoon, White Mage, and Paladin, pretty much giving me a job for each of the pillars of MMO, so I should always be able to get a party if needed. I haven't done any endgame in Final Fantasy XIV at all, so I was trying to get my jobs geared up with the best stuff you can get from doing dungeons and solo quests. My Dragoon was my best equipped job, so I set out to work on getting the Alexandrite I needed to upgrade my polearm first. After a long time, I managed to get all the Alexandrite I needed and began upgrading my Guybold. Unfortunately, I ran out of money quickly by buying the materia I needed, so I decided to level up my crafting jobs to make some money. There's a YouTuber by the name of Mithri Menethil who has an amazing channel for crafting. I suggest you check it out. I'll have a link below. It helped me immensely. After getting pretty much everything but cooking and alchemy up to 50, I thought I was set, but much to my dismay, however, I quickly realized that upgrading your crafting jobs was just as time-consuming and draining on the funds as upgrading your Disciple of the Hand jobs. All of the grinding was starting to wear me out, so I decided to go ahead and finish the Burning Coil of Bahamut Turn 5 to get the Platinum Trophy for the PS4 version of the game. It was the only trophy I was missing, and you can do it in Duty Finder, so I figured, what the heck. I spent an entire Sunday dying in the fight over and over again. There was always at least one person who would screw everything up and we'd have to start all over. In all honesty, a few times I was the idiot, but after a few attempts I had the fight down, and it was driving me into a rage watching people fail at the simplest parts of the fight over and over again, group after group. At one point I managed to get into the fight with a link shell that was getting the clear for its members. I thought finally I would win, but this was probably the worst party of them all. Even had a member kick me out after the first fail, even though I hadn't done anything wrong. By the end of the day, my patience was done for, and I pretty much stopped playing then. I've logged in a few times since, but I just stand in town and go, nah, and log off. So fast forward a few months and Heavensward is finally out. I purchased the game last minute to get in on the early access, and when the servers went live I tried to log in, and this happened. Now, in all fairness, I knew I wouldn't be able to log in when the servers went live. I've played MMOs long enough to know that the first day is usually a disaster, but I figured I should at least try. When I woke up in the morning I managed to log in, but I couldn't do the new content yet. I had never finished the 2.0 storyline, and you can't access Heavensward until you do. At least that's what I've heard. Fortunately, I had done up to the Dragoon fights on the bridge, so I wasn't that far off. I went into the fight having no idea what I was supposed to do, but Zergan the boss seemed to work just fine. After that, I had to do a few of the extra quests, then I was at the end of 2.0. The ending to A Realm Reborn blew me away. I had totally forgotten how well done the cutscenes, the story, and the main scenario of the game are. The betrayals, the amputations, the characters dying, etc. I was completely surprised at how drastically the world would be changed by the events at the end of 2.0. Now obviously a lot of your friends aren't really dead. I'm sure they'll almost all show up again with new outfits, but it was a bit of a shock for the system. Sadly, Alphino is still with me. With all of that done, it was finally time to tackle Heavensward.